After news of its untimely cancellation at PAX, the third episode of Penny Arcade Adventures has unexpectedly bounced back from the brink, returning in surprising form, that of a classic Japanese RPG. Sporting a whole new look and a gameplay foundation to match, Episode 3 presents an upbeat new chapter in the ongoing webcomic game series, tinged in the tones of 16-bit nostalgia. In the third act of Gabe and Tycho's Lovecraftian misadventures, the nefarious Dr. Blood pilfers a mystic tome from the safe stores of our hero's detective agency, propelling the dynamic duo once more into the seedy, occult underbelly of New Arcadia. While Tycho's famed penchant for flowery script and unchecked verbosity remains, the game otherwise parts ways with many of the series' distinguishing features, including the customizable player avatar. What's left is an unabashed homage to the Dragon Quests and Final Fantasies of yesteryear, featuring an old-school walk, talk, and battle boilerplate that strikes as droll at first blush, but grows wearisome before long. With few opportunities for side diversions and world interaction on the linear track, the game's scope is considerably narrower and less involving than the grand exemplars that have come before it. Unique scripted events and deviations from the battle-heavy norm are regrettably few and far between. Fortunately, the frequent and often challenging battles are a genuine highlight, due in no small part to the game's imaginative take on character development and combat systems. Thanks to its reinvention of stone-etched class tropes with oddball creations like the Dino Sorcerer, the act of experimenting with class and character synergies in Episode 3 is a blast. The game's Grandia-inspired spin on turn-based combat is no less potent of a draw, which places a heavy emphasis on timing and forecasting actions to dictate the flow of its highly tactical encounters. The initial absurdity of tri-classing gives way to some pretty interesting combos, and there's definitely something to love about a game with classes like Diva, Slacker, and Crabomancer. There's little doubt of the earnest effort behind this Penny Arcade passion project. Simple as it may seem, the combat sings with surprising depth, and the inimitable charm and humor of the webcomic is certainly there too. But even with the look and soul of an old-school joint, fundamental pacing issues and unambitious scale ultimately draw few successful connections to the JRPG classics the game steadfastly models itself after. Suffice to say, it won't be giving Square's vintage stock a run for its money, but if you've got some pocket change and a healthy admiration for Gabe and Tycho to spare, this amusing trip through time is certainly worth the expedition.
You